Hi guys, welcome back to my Arsenal YouTube channel. Good news, yesterday we won at home to Chelsea 3-1 in a pretty comprehensive, resounding win. So it's a long time since we won a game in the Premier League. I think 42 days, people banding around statistics all the time. I'm absolutely delighted with the victory, as I imagine most of you are. I'm just going to get straight into it, talk a little bit about the game, what was going on. Basically, as much of you know now, the game ended Arsenal 3, Chelsea 1. Arsenal opened the scoring through a penalty from Alexander Lacazette, the 35th minute. Then the team won a free kick just outside the box, the Chelsea box. Granit Xhaka stepped up and curled it straight into the net. Absolutely buried it. Great finish. A great response from him after being sent off recently. Then Bukayo Saka in the 56th minute in the second half made it 3-0. The team started off the match really on the front foot. They were flying forward. Emile Smith-Rowe was playing, Martinelli, the striker that I like a lot, was back, Saka was playing. The young players in the team pushed the team forward. They were flying forward at Chelsea. There was a lot of chances in that opening period before the goals came. Martinelli was making a nuisance of himself as always. He's always willing to take the ball on, and he always has a shot, and he drew many saves throughout the game from the Chelsea goalkeeper Mendy. He worked him every single time. He gave the Chelsea backline a really uncomfortable evening. He was everywhere. I mean, he's back with a bang. Great to see him back. I'm a big fan of his. Like I said, the game finished 3-1. Tammy Abraham got the goal for Chelsea at the end. Then they got a penalty, which Jorginho took rather tamely. But fair dues to Leno, he gets the right side, he saved it. Of course, in between that, Elneny cracked the bar, almost broke the bar. Then the follow-up came to Holding, he forced the save. Arsenal were piling the pressure on Chelsea at this point. It was a great team performance. They attacked Chelsea from the very beginning. If I look at the stats here, it's basically Arsenal actually had 40% of possession, whereas Chelsea had 60. Goal attempts, 8 for the Arsenal, 6 on target, 16 for Chelsea, only 2 on target. That tells its own story. 16 attempts for Chelsea, 2 on target. Great statistics if you're an Arsenal fan. So, let's look further. Corners, 7-9 for Chelsea. Fouls, Arsenal fouled more, 13 times. Chelsea's 10. The lineups actually in the game, just to tell you, Leno started in goal. The back four were Bellerin, Holding, Pablo Mari and Tierney. Then you had Elneny, Xhaka, Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe in the middle. And up front we had the great Martinelli, who I said I'm already a big fan of, and Lacazette, who took this penalty very well. Very composed. At a vital time in the game. I'm not a fan of his, I'm going to be honest, but it was a great penalty from Lacazette. He kept his nerve, he kept his cool, he buried it. Substitutes for the game were Ceballos, Runarsson the goalie, Aubameyang and Maitland-Niles. Cedric, Pepe, Mustafi. Only 2 that featured were actually 3 of them. Pepe, Mustafi and of course Joe Willock came on. They all came on in the second half. Mustafi came on right on the 90th minute, so I don't rate him, I can't rate that. But Pepe and Willock, they put in a good shift. Nketiah was also there, but he wasn't used. Really, about the game, I'm very happy with the result. Our next 2 matches, of course, are 2 away games. The first one is in 2 days' time with the Brighton, who are below us. And the second game is away to West Brom, who are also below us. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days. I think if we can win those 2 games, we'll be looking good. I expect it to be a tougher challenge, especially against Brighton, than the Chelsea game. Away from home, they're a difficult team, they're stubborn, they're hard to break down. But I would go with the same team again. I mean, this team yesterday, they were dangerous all throughout the game. Not just for 20 minutes in the first half, not just for 20 minutes in the second half. The whole 90 minutes, they were full of running, full of energy and dangerous. They were smashing the ball at the goal. I mean, they were beating guys and taking shots, not just hitting the ball in hope. The El Neni strike, Holding following up. Martinelli was everywhere, like I said already. He tried an overhead kick. I mean, every time he tried it, Mendy had to work to stop him. I mean, it wasn't straightforward stuff. He wasn't hitting the ball wide. He was cracking it on target. Big fan of this guy. He's only 18, remember. Great player. Like I said, the team has won. They played very well. Xhaka, lot to prove. He came back with a towering display in the middle. But every player did his part. Every single one of them gave his all. They attacked Chelsea from the very first minute to the last. They were always looking to add to the goals. They didn't give up at 3-0. They were hungry for more. The team has taken a lot of bad media in the press, and deservedly so, in my opinion. A lot of bad press. A couple of players have shone throughout the bad times. Saka, for example, big fan of his too. Great player for the team, young guy, leads by example. But like I said, the team has taken a real slating recently for their results. I mean, we're slipping close to the relegation zone. Now we're back up to the heights of 14th. It was a good win, a good 3 points for Chelsea. 3 defeats in a row, 3 on the bounce. Things aren't looking good for them, but for Arsenal, a really much needed win. Let's focus now on the next 2 games. Await the Brighton and await the West Brom. The Brighton game, like I said, it's in 2 days' time. I'm glad, I just want to say for Mikel Arteta, I have a lot of time for him. I'm a fan of his. He loves the club. He's mad about the team. He actually cares about the club. He's a real Arsenal man. So I'm very happy for him that the pressure has been lifted, and I hope the team go on to stronger things for him and better things, because he deserves it. He's learning by experience. I honestly thought that with all the bad results and everybody talking about it, he should step down to be assistant manager. But to be honest, whether he goes, whether he stays, whatever happens with the team, I like him. I have time for him, and if he goes, if he stays, he should be given respect and treated with a bit of respect, regardless of yesterday's result. Assistant manager is probably more his thing, but let's see how that unfolds. I really hope you enjoyed yesterday's game. If you're an Arsenal fan, you did. It was a great result for us. Back to winning ways finally, and couldn't do it in a better way than beating Chelsea. Great to get a win over them, but we're beating them a lot recently. I mean, it's not the first time. So, I really hope you enjoy watching my video. Please comment in the comment section below. Please subscribe, of course. I would appreciate it. Like I said, let's look forward to the next 2 games. Let's focus on them. Onwards and upwards, Schooners. We're on a good way now, again back to winning ways. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of the Christmas, and see you next time.